Corruption by P.K. Armstrong. Chapter 14. Roland had visited Angel's parents' home half a dozen times over the past year. He knew of Jerry Dale, of course, because of his history with the police department. He had a stellar reputation and the respect of all he knew in law enforcement. In short, the guy was a bit of a legend. Angel's mother was also known in law enforcement circles, but usually for the work she had done for prosecutors and when she was assigned to work with victims and witnesses. Most psychologists made cops nervous, and Francine Dale seemed to be amused by it. He remembered when he first met them. Dad, Mom, this is Christopher Roland. Angel introduced them individually as they shook hands. Christopher, my dad, Jerry Dale, and my mom, Francine Dale. It was clear they both knew he was coming, so no surprises there. It's Detective, right? Angel's dad had asked. Yes, Sarge. Roland had referred to Jerry by his last rank, but Jerry immediately corrected him. No worries, just call me Jerry. Francine Dale smiled with that serene smile of hers. You don't mind if we call you Christopher? Roland shook his head no and smiled back, totally disarmed by her charm, until she leaned in close and asked, no reason for a psychologist to make you nervous, is there, Christopher? She leveled at him. Roland's eyes widened, and he quickly glanced at Angel, who laughed out loud. Mom, he isn't even in the house all the way. Jerry Dale had clapped him on the shoulder and directed him to a sitting area on the patio. He offered him a drink, and they had it while Angel and her mother finished bringing dinner out. You're a good cop, Jerry stated simply. Roland shrugged. There are better. Jerry Dale smiled. Like Angel? This was going to be an interesting evening, Roland thought. The conversation flowed as they ate their way through bacon-wrapped tenderloin roast, scalloped potatoes, fresh green beans, and washed it down with the Cabernet Sauvignon. Although everyone at the table had a connection to law enforcement, interestingly, they talked of everything but shop talk. Roland had been able to relax and was pleased to find that he and Angel had more in common than the job. Angel was passionate about reading and literacy, so much so she had participated in literacy programs with the local schools when she could, something he did not know about. But then again, she didn't know he spent some Saturdays with fatherless boys, providing them a male role model. He could tell from the look on her face she was impressed. They had spent hours after dinner talking and laughing, and her parents had even told a few of Angel's adventures as a child. All in all, one of the best evenings he's had in a long time. The only people Roland felt that comfortable with were his own family. Roland remembered a brief fantasy he conjured up on his way home from that dinner. Angel meeting his mom and dad and brothers. But now, pulling up in front of the Dales' home, he thought maybe something had changed. On the phone, Jerry sounded strained, and for a seasoned cop like Jerry Dale, there is only one thing that causes him to lose his composure: family. He knew the conclusion he reached was logical when he spied Angel's SUV parked in the drive.